I'm just gonna say it. I don't know who needs to hear this. Some of y'all need to stop coddling your spouses. Now, I know what you're thinking. That's my love language. Acts of service, that's what I do. And when done right, that can strengthen a relationship for sure. I'm not sleeping on what you're doing. But I am speaking to those people who show so much love in their acts of service that their spouse ends up not being able to do the bare minimum for themselves. I'm talking about, hygiene, taking care of their health, eating healthy meals, and doing basic chores. Now, I'm just speaking as an observer here. I'm just an observer, but I do want to say what I have seen. And this is coming from somebody who grew up in a household where the men were treated like gods. No cooking, no cleaning. Don't you touch that dish. You don't have to fold the laundry. You don't have to bathe your children. Don't you touch that diaper. I've seen women tell me with pride that they do not let their husbands change their daughters' diapers. And they honestly think that they're doing good by this. Once a man would get into the house, they did not have to lift a finger. They were able to kick off their shoes and relax for the rest of the day. And as a young person, I would question them and I would ask them, hey, why don't you just ask your spouse to help you out? Because I would see that they were physically stressed from carrying on that load. Mind you, these women were also working. And when I would confront them about this, they would laugh it off and say that it was not something that they needed to do. Ladies, sometimes you create your own monsters. People adapt to their surroundings, all right? If I live somewhere where they told me every single day, you don't have to wash a single dish in this house. Initially, I would say, well, let me do it out of the courtesy of my heart. But if it happens enough, eventually I'm not gonna touch dishes. And that's what happens in these marriages that I have observed, where in the beginning, the man, in this case, because I haven't really seen it with the women, at least with the taking on household duties area. Initially, they would iron their clothes. They would take care of themselves. They would do all these things. They would wash dishes, clean, do basic chores. But after experiencing that not having to lift a finger phase, it becomes the norm. And then that's just what they expect. Just might be something to think about.